G'day guys, welcome to Bag of Bricks episode 3. I'm Greg and this is the GJBricks channel. This podcast is all about Lego and what's been going on in my life. Still alright. G'day guys, welcome to Bag of Bricks episode 3. This is where I talk about Lego life as an AFOL. There's been a lot going on. I had planned to do this particular podcast a week ago, but things were against me. Been very busy, had lots going on, and just ran out of time to do it. So I'm trying to make it every fortnight on a Sunday night now, and that will become a bit stricter. It's just last week was unfortunately against me. So any weeks like that will be rare, hopefully, and if it's going to happen, I'll try and get it done ahead of time so that doesn't happen anymore. So in good news, this is now available on Spotify and iTunes. You can just search for GJBricks on there. Actually no, Bag of Bricks or GJ, one of the two. Go on there if you're feeling generous. Go on there and have a look and write a review and let others know about my podcast if you enjoy listening to me talk about Lego and life. Be good to have reviews on there and just try and get the podcast a bit more traffic. It's going slowly. I haven't really promoted the audio version of it. The video version's done well. The audio one I think will pick up when I've done a few more episodes. So we've been doing them at work recently, and it's been very interesting to see how people do them. And I'm going to be involved in them going forward as well as some other video content at work, which is why, as I've always said, I did my YouTube channel. So it was to get more confidence doing that kind of thing. So all set, guys. Good job. Thank you. I've written a bit more of a script this week because a few things have been going on and I've been writing it down as I go along and trying to actually remember everything. And it's amazing how many things actually do happen every day or every week when you write them down. It's not like a diary or something like that. It's like just, a quick note in I use an iPhone. I use the Notes app on there. It's just a quick, this happened, that happened. So good news for Australia. It's raining. Yay! It's been raining on and off for the last few days. It's actually not raining at the moment, but we're meant to get some storms tomorrow. They did say it was going to rain today. Didn't, which is a shame because I could have done my washing. Hey, life goes on. But yeah, it's been raining. It's been good. It's the bushfires have been knocked back. Now they say there's still a risk and they're still assessing how much damage has been done. But yay, the rain has been good. You can see the gardens already going, yeah, thank goodness that's over, or at least over for now. So we should actually be in the rainy season now, believe it or not, for this area. We get a lot of rain kind of around this time of year. So it's a good thing to be seeing. So what else has been going on? My wife's studio actually did get flooded in the rain as well, unfortunately. So she shares a warehouse space, and someone was supposed to have fixed the roof, and they said they had. And now 4 of the other tenants in that building have a lot of their stuff damaged by rain. So not very happy about that one. Again, she's waiting for it to kind of settle down. She went and did a bit of tidying up and is doing an assessment on how much damage was done there. So, seems to be a common thing, water at the moment. We had Dr. McBrick and BrickWhiz both had issues this week with rain, with water damaging things. So Dr. McBrick had a pump conk out on him, and I think BrickWhiz's was a pipe bursting, so and ours was rain. So yeah, it seems to be a pattern at the moment with water damaging things. I don't think there's any water above this room I'm in at the moment. So yeah, in other news, we've been tidying the house a lot, which has been good, making space and stuff, but the Studsburg move has been delayed temporarily. We're still deciding when that's going to happen, if it's going to happen. If it's not going to happen, then I'll put more effort into this room and change it. I have actually, on that note, started work on Studsburg again, and boy, did it feel good. I say that because I've been doing a lot of work doing sort of other videos on other content, building stuff and Mocs and things like that, and I had neglected the city a little bit. If you see some of my updates, you'll see that I'm feeling a bit bad about how little work I've put into it. So yesterday, on Friday night, I really kind of had a good clear out in here and started work on it, and the harbour area is looking pretty good. I can actually show you some progress around there. The Ninjago district has changed slightly, it's shrunk slightly, some stuff's moved around, but I'll tell you that in the video. And I've tried a new format for that one. I was thinking about it before, where I was putting up a video where here's what I've done, yeah, and what I'm going to do is actually start the videos off. I don't know if I'm right in this or not. It'd be interesting to see how it goes, but I found that if I say what my plans are, or I give a bit more of an intro into it. Spend a couple of minutes just saying, this is the idea, this is why I'm going to do it, so let's go and do it, and then show you it afterwards. And I could show work in progress, but I wasn't confident it was going to be good, so I've skipped the work in progress bit and shown you what's going to. So I thought it was a bit more interesting format. I'm trying to mix it up a bit and try some experiments, some different ways of doing things. And I'd be interested to see what you think when it comes out. I'm probably going to publish that on Friday, to be honest. Friday's a good day for me publishing content in terms of my channel. So I've got another review coming out this week, which is the other thing. I've been sticking to my word about focusing on reviews for some time. Oh, excuse me. Remember to have water with you when you're talking a bit. So I've been working on reviews. As you saw, I've had 2 come out recently. They're linked in the corner here, the Fire Station and the Chinese New Year Temple. What a fantastic set that is. I can't recommend that one enough. Go and watch my review if you're sort of umming and ahhing about it, but I know a lot of people have already got it, but seriously, go and check it out. It's a wonderful set. If you need convincing, go and have a look at my video and watch it through and see if it appeals to you. I've put enough detail. I think I've put enough detail in there that you'll decide if you like it or not. But in terms of the quality, incredible, amazing. I mean, I got it on 30% sale as well, which was an added boost. I was very happy about that one, as you can imagine. So that was like I was umming and ahhing, like I'm sure a lot of people were, and then 30% done. Can't say no to that one. So that's been going on. Reviews I'm trying to sort of keep on top of. If I'm going to keep doing reviews, I don't know. I'm on the fence about those ones. I do actually really enjoy doing them, but I'm trying to be a bit more selective about what sets I do. There's sets I got to be really passionate about, like the Christmas train I did before Christmas. That was a set I was passionate about. The Firehouse, if you go through it, you'll see I really did enjoy that set. The one I got coming out this week, I do love it. I love the theme, so you'll see why I love that one, and the temple. So I'm trying to do those. I'm trying to not just do everything. I can't afford to do every single set, but I can afford to do the sets I love, or the themes I love, or the things I think people will enjoy the most that I've enjoyed as well. So, yeah. In sort of doing the reviews in the Lego City this week, I've got more ideas. Too many things to do. So I'm like looking at the Lego City going, this way works, but if I did that, it would be different and better. And I'm like, it's taken me this long to get to this point, and I'm already talking about changing it. So I'm trying to get more time to do those things. But in other news, what else have we been doing? Well, I've been building with my kids a lot, which is good. I have spent a lot of time with my kids doing Lego. Today we built, yesterday we built one of the Frozen 2 sets, the one with Elsa and the reindeer and the sled. Was a really lovely set. Goes with the other one she had, which was the Anna set. That's the same sort of size. It's got Olaf in it. I had a lot of fun. So that was with Callie, my middle daughter, who's a bit younger, and tension span's not quite there, but she's starting to really understand how to read the instruction manuals with a bit of help from me. So, I can say, this means get that, and she'll go and do it. And then we say, let's line it up with the picture, and then let's see where that piece goes and where that piece goes. And she's almost got it. It's quite hard to think in that kind of three dimensions when you've never done it before, and watching her do it. And you can see she's not quite figured out the trick of counting the studs or looking for those reference points that say, go here, do that. So interesting to see that kind of learning, that cognitive learning thing. So Joss, on the other hand, I got her the Unikitty box of bits, whatever it was called, the one that had like 50 characters in it or something like that, and Unikitty's palace, and great box. And she built the whole thing on her own, beginning to end. There's tons of tiny parts and moving parts, and she was over the moon. I cannot tell you how happy she was building that set. So if you've got younger kids and they vaguely like Unikitty, I recommend it if you can see it around still. I think it's still available in some shops. And over here in Australia, near enough no one's got any Unikitty stock left. But if you see it in other countries, America seems to have a lot of that kind of stuff left. Highly, 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 highly recommended. It's got so much in it, and some really great characters as well. I really enjoyed seeing her put it together and watching it. And that to me was a delight. That was why I love building with my kids. And today they just were playing with it so much. They were actually quite upset that our baby was awake, because she just wanted to get involved and trash everything. And they were getting really upset because they were trying to play, do role-playing stuff and things like that with it. It was like, balancing act. Anyone with kids, anyone with babies, you find that like you've got older kids who want to play, and you've got the baby who just wants to be involved in everything. And and they just, I feel for them. I feel for them. They're they're trying to play, and they've got this in their head, and they want to involve their little sister. I can see it, but at the same time, it's really hard for them to do it because she's so little, and all she does is just trash things as she does it. So, balancing act. We'll figure it out. She's still a bit little. She still puts all the pieces in her mouth. So she's good with Duplo though. She's starting to get the hang of putting Duplo bricks together, which is awesome. Which is good because we've got tons of Duplo out there. And the good news with Duplo is when my kids finish playing with it, I can use it as foundation. Anyone who's not tried that one, have a look. Let's see what was on here. I've actually started to make a bit of a dent on my backlog as well. I'm trying very hard not to buy more Lego, although I'm probably going to buy one set next month. That's finally available again. Anybody who collects the Creator Expert sets. The Downtown Diner's available in Australia again. Yay! That's been off the shelves for ages. So I'm going to pick that one up, I think, next month, probably, because I have wanted it for a long time. And I intend to build my minifigures, and that's it. I'm going to try really hard to not buy any sets next month, unless I sell some stuff. I've got some stuff I'm going to sell. I just need to get off my butt and sell it. So if I can do that one, I will maybe buy a few more sets. But anyway, now, I'm going to move on to the title of this video, which was the 8-stud dilemma. Sounds maybe a little bit cryptic or not, I don't know. But it came about because, actually two things. So, Lego recently moved the Speed Champion sets to 8 studs wide. And I was going to do a video on Speed Champions and the 8 studs. And I probably will do a video on an 8-stud Speed Champion sets when I can find one, because they still aren't anywhere in Australia. There's a ton of stuff you can't buy in Australia still. I don't know why. Some of the city sets have started appearing, but Speed Champions, nowhere to be seen. The Ninjago stuff, nowhere to be seen. I'm really itching to get my hands on the Ninjago stuff. I love it. Oh wait, I just said I'm not going to buy any, didn't I? Anyway, I'm thinking of the Ninjago ones, especially the arcade cabinets, because I'm going to build an arcade using a set I have. Which I'm not going to disclose now, but I'm going to say I've told a couple of people about my idea, and they're like, oh, that would be pretty awesome if you can do it. So I'm going to have a go at doing it. So yeah, they've gone to 8 studs from the traditional 6 studs. Now 6 studs, if you think about it, is the city scale generally. They're generally 6 wide unless they're a specialist vehicle. And then the 8 stud, if you look at like the more kind of interesting detailed stuff like the idea sets, take the Ghostbusters, they're typically 8 wide because you can get that much more detail. Actually, they're 9 wide. They're a bit wider than that even, but you get the idea of those things with more detail are generally a bit bigger. So it made a lot of sense for Lego to go to that sort of extra size. But I've been reading about trains as well. I got that awesome Lego train book for Christmas, and I was reading through it, and I really do want to get into this year. I want to try and build a couple of my own Lego trains of sorts. I'm probably going to try and build a steam train and either a diesel or probably a diesel train, to be honest. And I've got the parts, some of the parts to do a diesel one already, so I'll probably start with that one. And I'm not expecting to get through them quickly. I'm expecting that to be like a progressive thing over a few months to get one of those done. The steam engine one's going to be a lot harder because there's so much more detail. Excuse me. But in reading his book, he brings up some interesting points, because I knew this existed, but then he explains in a bit more detail about. So 6 stud is generally your kind of standard Lego train size, which is, city size again. They work to 6 size. But then you look at the creator sets, and actually the Horizon Express was only 6 wide. But if you look at something like the steam trains, they tend to be wider to get more detail in there. So it's interesting to see. The Christmas train I did recently was actually 8 wide in total. Now the actual body is only 6 wide, but by the time they detailed it and put all the extras on, it became 8 wide. So I think you might see that happening more with those kind of sets. We'll see. It'd be interesting to see if Lego sticks to 6 or goes to 8 if they bring back creator trains. Hopefully they will. There are rumours of trains coming back to Lego. But he makes the point that you've got the 7 stud one, which is an odd number. We all know Lego works really well in even numbers. It just does. It's just a simple thing. Moving to 7 does give you some interesting opportunities, but it's harder to work with in a lot of ways. But it does, if you look at, like, go and Google some 7 wide Lego trains and have a look at the extra that's gone into that. And it just takes a bit of extra thought to think of how you put, like, your pinholes and stuff like that. But you get that extra one stud in the middle makes such a difference in terms of how you can do the interiors. So I'm thinking I'm going to try a 7 wide train. Probably the steam train I'll try. Maybe try 7 on that one, I'm not sure. But then you get to 8 wide, and they raise some interesting points. 8 wide, if you look at any of the really detailed, big electric, you know, the big Lego train Mocs, they're 8 wide generally. But it makes a very valid point that when you start to get to that size, the amount of extra bricks involved in that, you have to start to use much more powerful motors to make the thing move because it's that much heavier, which made a lot of sense. I mean, obviously I was aware that that was an issue, but that's a really good point about the train stuff. Like, you have to put that into it. Like, I can build something really massively detailed, awesome, but it's going to be heavy and hard to pull. So I'm going to have to put bigger trains in, which is why you see, you know, if you look at a lot of the custom designs, they use a couple of the large power functions train motors, or, you know, one of the extra large ones. Some people use 2 of the extra large ones just to make sure these things move. I mean, they build, you know, diesel trains that are about sort of this long. You know, we're talking about, what's that, 40 odd studs long. So big trains, 40 studs, 8 wide. This tall. Think about how heavy that is, as well as all the gearing and things that go into it. That's just the train. Then you've got all the carriages that go with it, which incidentally will cost you an absolute fortune. I think Bricks has done a few train videos recently, and he mentioned he was talking about one of the box cars he did, and it's a lovely train. It's I've forgotten the name of the company that makes them now. Someone remind me in the comments, but I'll put it in the comments afterwards. I can't remember. The brick Trainworks, something like that. But I asked him how much did it think it would cost him to build this one train. So you buy the box from them, which gives you the instructions, the decals, and a couple of extra bits. And the OK Brickworks, was it? Maybe something like that. I'm going to stop talking about that now. Anyway, but he built it, and it looks fabulous. Absolutely. There's no question. It's a stunning looking train. Now, he said he changed a couple of bits on it because he didn't have a couple of parts. And then I said, how much do you reckon that cost you to build? And he said, reckoned about $300 US dollars to build this one carriage. That's a lot. Which then makes you think, maybe you should stick to 6. That's expensive, but it looks awesome. So, you know, you think about the size. So that, going back to my original, you know, the 8 stud dilemma, I think Lego's actually been very smart to make the Speed Champions bigger, because they've done a very good job of the shape of them, and I think they've done it excellently. But you see, like, the new Ferrari, the Audis, the other cars in that lineup, they look, the Nissan especially, looks amazing, look absolutely incredible. The extra width, that 2 extra butt studs, makes it so much better. And a lot of people said, oh, it's going to be too big for Lego Cities. It's not really, because the road plates are actually about 9 wide, and I'm building my own custom roads at the moment, and I've made them 9 wide, so they fit the Lego Ideas sets and things like that without any problem. So I don't think it's going to be the problem people are making out. And that extra detail looks, I love it. They look fantastic. I cannot wait to eventually get my hands on one of those if they ever show up. But that's just my thoughts on it. Like, I'm hoping to get my hands on it and try it. But Lego then keeps the 6 studs to the City, and what they've actually done in the new City lineup, I think one of the sets I pointed out when I was going through in my video about the 2020 Lego City set. If you have a look in the corner now, I've got it up there. My thoughts. I was saying, there's one that's like a street race, 2 race cars, and they're actually basically Speed Champions cars, right? Slightly simplified, but near enough. They're the same kind of style and scale that those were. So I think actually that style of Speed Champions is going to live on and have a very bright future, done at the city level and probably in other themes as well. I think it's going to work very well, and I think Speed Champions will benefit immensely from going to 8 studs wide. So yeah, that's my. I just wanted to share my thoughts on the 8 stud thing. It was interesting. It had come up. People had made their comments about it being, why have they gone 8 studs? Oh, it's like the world's ended. I reckon in a month no one will care. That's my thoughts on it. I reckon in a month they'll go, these are brilliant, love them. They work so well in the city. Like, they will not be a problem. They will not be a problem. So, but if you disagree, let me know in the comments below. But that's my thoughts on it. Anyway, I'm going to wrap up there. I think I've been going for about 20 minutes now. I think that's a good length for this podcast. So yeah, I've told you about what's going on, the things I've been doing. This week I am going to be focused on the city and some Mocs. That's basically it. And I'm probably going to build one of my minifigures. I'm probably actually going to build the Lego Movie 2 minifigures I acquired recently, because I want 4 in particular from that for a Moc I'm working on, which is actually the Wizard of Oz characters that are in there. I want them for an idea I've got for something I've been itching to add to the city, which I think will be good. It will make the update a bit better. It will add a bit of class. So I'm going to focus on that this week. That's going to be it. And probably do a couple of other videos. So if you've got anything you want me to review and what's coming out or has come out, let me know. I've got my book reviews to do. I will try and get them done. Maybe this week I'll do one of those as well. I've got actually a fair bit of content with this. The review I'm going to put out on Wednesday, and city update on Friday. So it'll be Friday or Saturday morning. I haven't decided yet. I think Saturday morning might actually work better for people's time zones, so I might do that. But yeah, let me know if you've got anything you want me to talk about or see coming up. I've tried to make this as authentic as I can and talk about what's been going on. Keep it Lego themed as much as possible, but I want you to know I'm an AFOL and other things do go on in my life, and I love watching channels like Bricks and Brickitect and people like that, because they just feel so real, and I want my channel to feel real to people as well. So I hope you've enjoyed hearing me waffle on about Lego and my love of Lego and things that are coming out and coming up. Incidentally, there was a new Lego Ideas set got through. Isn't it 2 Lego Ideas sets got approved this week, wasn't it? Wasn't there? I think I saw one was like a Red Dwarf ship got approved. The green spaceship. And what was the other? Oh, Mary Poppins. That was it. Oh my God, what a great set. I voted for that one, so I'm so happy that one made it through. My bank account obviously isn't happy about that one, but no, what a fabulous looking set. Go and check it out if you haven't seen it. Lego Ideas, the Mary Poppins one. It looks fantastic. Scene straight out of the original movie. Brilliant. I say the original, the only movie. Brilliant. Love it. Lego Ideas, one of the best things ever, and I'll do a podcast on that one day in the future because I just love that idea. Anyway, I'm going to stop there. So thank you very much for listening. Now, if you're new here, make sure you hit subscribe. I post regularly. Let me know in the comments what you thought of the podcast. They are still on. This is an adult-focused channel. It's not designed for kids. If kids enjoy it, up to them. But this is a 13-plus channel. Just covering my Copa bases there. And don't forget, if you're feeling generous, go and give me a review on iTunes, Spotify, anywhere else you can find me. They're all linked via my Anchor FM link, which you'll find down in the footer below. And I'll put the iTunes one down there as well going forward, and Spotify. So if you prefer to listen to me on the go, I know Briggsar commented that he likes listening to this while he's on the drive. So that's good, mate. Thank you for letting me know that feedback. I will get this one up and out with everything else. Thanks for listening to this, guys. I'm going to wrap up there. Have an awesome, awesome day, weekend, whenever you're listening to this one. And I will speak to you again very, very soon.